My treasure, it's right where I left it. It's yours if you can find it, but you'll have to search the whole world. Hello and welcome to One Piece 101, the series that breaks down everyone and everything in the One Piece universe. Today we're delving into none other than the character who started it all, the Pirate King himself, Gol D. Roger, aka the man who conquered the Grand Line, hid the One Piece, and single-handedly started the Great Age of Piracy. Despite the story having been serialized for over 20 years now, very little is known about Roger, making him very much a legendary figure, not just in the One Piece world, but in the minds of the audience. Most of our knowledge about him concerns his achievements and comes from second-hand sources, such as characters who sailed with him directly or have encountered him in the past. As a result of this limited information, countless theories have popped up about him in the One Piece fanbase, but let's deal with some of the good old facts first. Roger was born in Logtown, an island in East Blue situated near Reverse Mountain, the entrance of the Grand Line. At this point, nothing is known about Roger's parentage or childhood, and the next chronological piece of information we have is his meeting with his future first mate, Silvers Rayleigh. In a very Luffy-esque manner, Roger almost immediately asked Rayleigh to join him on his adventure, and proposed that they turn the world upside down together. And just like many of Luffy's crew members, Rayleigh initially refused Roger's offer. This particular moment also provided the extraordinary bit of information that Roger was either the original owner or one of the past owners of the straw hat that would be passed down to Shanks and eventually worn by our protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy. And speaking of people with D in their names, Gol D. Roger is one of the rare characters in the One Piece world to share this mysterious initial. Two other characters who possess the initial include Roger's son and Luffy's quote-unquote brother, Pork Gas D. Ace, as well as Roger's presumed wife, Pork Gas D. Rouge. While we as the audience still have very little information on the Will of D, it has been shown that Roger himself was privy to its meaning. The Roger Pirates were known as the strongest crew to ever sail the Grand Line, with Roger himself said only to be matched by Edward Newgate, who became known as Whitebeard. However, the exact makeup of the rest of the Roger Pirates is largely unknown, save for a few major characters like Shanks and Buggy, who served as apprentices on Roger's ship. Furthermore, many of these known characters only joined Roger for his second journey through the Grand Line. And yes, you heard me right, this man didn't just conquer the Grand Line once. Upon reaching the final island, he and his crew discovered the mystery of the poneglyphs and the ancient civilization of the One Piece world. So, accordingly, Roger conducted another journey to find all of the poneglyphs scattered throughout the world, eventually leading to the hidden island of Raftel and the discovery of the secrets of the Void Century, as well as presumably the entire history of the world. Exactly how Roger and his crew were able to track down the poneglyphs has to do with a special power held by the Pirate King. Not only was he one of the strongest men in the world, but he also had the very vaguely explained ability to hear all things. This power has only very recently and very shortly been expanded upon in One Piece, as both Luffy and Momonosuke have begun displaying what could be a similar capability when they were both able to understand the ancient elephant Zunisha during the Zou arc. Whether this is a taste of Roger's power or not is unconfirmed, but it seems highly likely that they are connected. It was either during or just before Roger's second journey when he very unfortunately contracted an incurable disease, leading him to recruit the Dr. Crocus to prolong his life. His treatment was somewhat successful, allowing the Roger Pirates to find Raftel and allowing Roger himself to become the Pirate King. After having attained more wealth, fame, and power than anyone could imagine, Roger had to face his own mortality with his deteriorating condition, and his crew was secretly disbanded. Roger then proceeded to give himself up to the Marines, who scheduled him to be executed in his birthplace, Logtown. By executing the Pirate King, the Marines had intended to set an example for all aspiring pirates and criminals. However, it had the exact opposite effect as Roger gave his now infamous final speech. My treasure, it's right where I left it. It's yours if you can find it, but you'll have to search the whole world. He was then executed with a smile on his face, having kindled the flames of the next generation of great pirates. Some more fun facts about Roger. Roger's final words are some of the first words read in One Piece as the story begins at the exact moment of his execution. Roger's longtime rival Whitebeard mimicked the late Pirate King with his own last words, proudly declaring that the One Piece does exist, much to the horror of Fleet Admiral Sengoku. As a result of his ability to hear all things, Roger was able to both read and write in the ancient language inscribed on the poneglyphs as discovered by Nico Robin on Skypiea. Before Roger reached Raftel, an event known as the Ed War took place. This conflict pit Roger and his crew against the armada of longtime rival, the Golden Lion Shiki. The Ed War was brought to an abrupt end by a storm that sunk half of Shiki's fleet. In addition to Shiki, Roger had many other rivals in his day, including the aforementioned Whitebeard, Monkey D. Garp, Sengoku, and Charlotte Lin Lin, now known as the Emperor Big Mom. As Roger was both born and executed in Log Town, the area became known as the Town of Beginnings and the End. And finally, Roger's last words to Rayleigh were, "I'm not gonna die, partner." Which in retrospect was either Roger referring to the legacy he planned on leaving, or a blatant lie. More of this man's mysteries are bound to unravel in the future in the series, but for now, that about does it for the former Pirate King. Please feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let me know who, what, or where you'd like to see featured in the next One Piece 101.